2 of the National Football League. And our focus is on George Pickens. He got to the century mark in receiving last week with a pair of scores. It's the Broncos and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three River Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, I'd say it's a study in contrast, young versus, well, let's say experienced.
And you are on point about that because you definitely don't say old now. That won't gain you any points, but you're right. You've got one guy who's still kind of figuring things out, still at that point where he's learning more with each game he plays. And then on the other side of the field, you've got a guy who's kind of seen it all at this point. Maybe his body's slowed a little, but the knowledge of the game, still top-notch, and he can win with his mind.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And right side, they're going to go option here. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this is caught, Jennings. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Henderson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henderson. Oh, able to avoid him. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Henderson will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So he had a nice run to get him down there. He was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. That time a 9-play drive. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Burrow on play action. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
First down, here's Burrow. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Again, it's Burrow. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 15 carries, 74 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Burrow looking to pass. Slant, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we got a chance to win. I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Burrow will throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Henderson running straight ahead. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. That almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9.
So much about offense is hitting yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will have a Broncos first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The Broncos 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Henderson to start the drive, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And it's caught by Jennings. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. And he can't hang on to it. And the screen never got started. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So really a nightmare of a first half for him, Charles. His 2nd lost fumble already.
And when they hand us a stat sheet, Brandon, and we see 2 lost fumbles, we usually get quarterback or running back, don't we? It's not often you see guys on the perimeter lose the ball like that.
And the Steelers set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Bridgewater. And this one is incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Second down, it's Henderson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now, get some points on this drive.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there. And
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To the air again, Burrow. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here. And, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. Touchdown, Broncos. Paris Campbell, 29 yards. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Deshaun Watson, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that game all tied up with the visiting Green Bay Packers. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Pierce now up the middle. Ooh, with a juke. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the 1st half.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman from 13 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And he'll find Moreau here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down. Bridgewater completes it to Jennings. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They go play action. Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Bridgewater. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Sam Sloman on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow now off the bootleg. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because You just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Give to Pierce. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. As the drive continues, it's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they go play action now. Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jay Tufele able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen for Clement. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Desperation time. 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 10.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that 2nd half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Broncos, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.